Alright, I'm going to demo how this little 8-step sequencer works for you. It's real simple. It's got 8 pulse outputs. It's got a reset, and it's got a ground, and it's got a tempo, and it's got an on-off. So you use it to sequence noise machines. You can, depending on the different noise machine, this one you can trigger the control voltage on the VCO and the LFOs on this machine, and on other stuff like this thing right here, it has a control voltage input and a trigger input, so you can pulse the pitch up higher by plugging into the CV, and with the trigger input, if you turn this trigger on, then it'll turn this machine on and off for you. So if I have this plugged into step 2 on the sequencer, when it gets to step 2, it'll turn this on for me and make a cool sound. You have to connect ground to the sequencer. If you're using the same power supply, if you just got like 1 9-volt power supply with the daisy chain, you daisy chain together, you don't have to worry about connecting ground. But if you're using separate power supplies, you got to connect ground to whichever machine or machines that it's working with. So go ahead and show you how it works. I've just got a little pattern going into the VCO of this noise machine. So now I've just got a straight tone coming out. When I turn this on, now I've got a rhythm that's generated by pulsing the control voltage with the sequencer. So to show you how the reset works, just plug a banana cable into the reset, and whichever step I plug it into, when it gets to that reset, it goes back to, when it gets to that step, it goes back to 1. So if I plug it into 4, it turns into a 3-step. If I plug it into 8, it turns into a 7-step. So. You'll notice since I've got these jumped together, if I plug into this, it goes to 1, because I've got these stacked together to make a rhythm off to one line. I can do them separately or however you want to do it, but just know that whenever you chain something together, whatever you plug into that, it's also going to be connected. So, and then you got your tempo. So, if you wanted to, you can, you've got 8 steps. You can use the pulse outputs however you want. You can use it to turn stuff on. You could have 8 of these little boxes and have each step turning on a different box. Just for giggles, I'll show you how it turns this on. So I've got this trigger input plugged into step 2. Plug in my audio cable, and when it gets to step 2, it turns it on. That's how that works. Plug it into the control voltage. So that's some of the different stuff you can do with the sequencer. You can jam with the whole, bunch of stuff, do different things with it. Another thing you can do with the sequencer, some sequencers have attenuators built in. I'm trying to make this one an Econo, but this is something you could make yourself. It's pretty easy. It's just a pot with banana jacks wired to each leg, and then epoxied in a little tin. What you can do with that is you can attenuate the voltage coming out of the pulse into your machine. So if I plug that in, y'all, there, plug that into the control voltage. Alright, now I can attenuate. So now I can attenuate the pitch drop I can attenuate the pitch rise that the sequencer creates. And that's cool because now it doesn't go all the way high every time, and I got a little more control over my sound. So this could come in real handy in a lot of applications when using sequencer and like different modular stuff together. You could order one for me. Real easy to make yourself. It's a little epoxy, some jacks, and a pot, and you're good to go. Some solder.